Believe Nation, we are live. We are live. Happy Friday. Wow, my voice is burnt out. I'm going to tell you guys a story soon. Let's bring in Mark. Where's Mark? Is he here yet? Mark's not here yet. Okay, let me just pop in the chat here. Ask us your questions. Ask us your questions. Let me pin that. Pin comment. Wait for Mark. Friday's my CEO day, so I spend a day helping the people on my team. I spend a day growing the business. I spend a day making connections. So the morning I usually spend looking at my community of people who kind of move the needle forward for my business and try to find a way to stay in touch, stay connected. I'm not great in general at staying in touch with people, so I need to have it scheduled in to stay in touch with people. So if I haven't talked to somebody in 3 months at the maximum, then I find a way to do something to help them. And in the afternoon today, I'm going to focus on my social media content, just analyzing how I'm doing, what I'm working on, how to make it better, and so on. So where's Mark? We usually film a bonus episode of our podcast. I don't see him here. My voice is burnt. I just finished training. I need to take a sip. I'm the trainer for Miss World America. Miss World America is Mark here? Hold on. No, Mark's still not here. Miss World America is a pageant, and they're focused on beauty with a purpose. So yes, it's a beauty pageant, but also a purpose. You have a purpose. You want to help. You want to have a big impact. We got Megan in the house. Your session with Miss World America contestant just now was so amazing. glad that helped. It was a ton of fun. And then jumping on here live right away. So, helping people get their mission out there is something I'm obsessed with. And so it was cool to be able to chat with, 20 up and coming world leaders, world movers, world impactors, and give them some feedback on how to improve their speeches and hopefully win the competition. So I'm excited to see how they do. But all right, I don't know where Mark is, so let's pass by Mark and let's bring in somebody else. Let's see, what do we got? Who's in the chat here? Ramonda wants to come in live. Let's see what Ramonda's got for us. Let's go, Ramonda. Happy Friday. There she is. Maybe. Ramonda. I'm seeing. No. Oh, no. Okay, we lost Ramonda. I don't know. I think that was Ramonda's hand. Maybe she wasn't ready to join. I don't know. Okay. Who else? Nirupama. I hope I pronounced it okay. Let's bring in Nirupama. See what she's got. Nirupama. Here she comes, connecting. Ho-ho! How you doing?
Hi, everyone.
Where are you calling from?
I am calling in from India.
India. All right. Welcome aboard. How can I help? What do you got?
Evan, I am looking at helping people, become freelancers.
Okay.
So could you suggest me how could I go ahead with that? Because I have been searching Quora, I have been searching, the different websites like Answer the Public and all. But I am not getting a clear answer. There's a lot of data available, but I'm not understanding the process ahead.
So you want to help other people become freelancers?
Yes.
And how are you going to be their agent? Like, are you going to help them get deals? Are you going to just sell training? Like, what's your business model?
I want to help them get trained from other people. Like, I want to be the facilitator, connecting them with other people so that the people who are already good at doing this, they could train them. I just want to be the facilitator.
So are you actually going to help somebody get a job, or you're just going to train them how to get a job?
So I'm not into this purpose of helping people get a job. I'm telling people, even if you're in a job and you want to get into entrepreneurship, because I left my job at a time when I was not prepared to get into entrepreneurship, and I had a big failure at that point of time. So now I'm telling people that if you want to be an entrepreneur, you need not, dive into entrepreneurship immediately. You start with your side hustle. doing what you love doing, build it up to an extent, and then eventually when your side hustle reaches a level wherein you are confident of taking a dive, then you get into entrepreneurship. So if you could suggest something.
And so how are you going to make money in that process?
I am looking at creating a platform, Evan, wherein I could bring people who are already doing such side hustles, train people, uh, you know, train people to develop skills, to make money. So I'm still not clear. If you can just guide me a little.
Okay, and who's going to pay you? The people who want to get the jobs will pay you for the training?
Yes.
Perfect. So I would start by looking at existing platforms and training people how to win on them. So
Right.
Upwork is probably the biggest one. So
Yes.
I would look at helping people win on Upwork and helping
Yes.
them get trained to win on Upwork from their profile pic, even something as simple as a profile picture.
Right.
Understand that your clients are Americans typically, right? I mean, I'm Canadian, but it's North Americans, and you want to appeal to them.
Yes.
So something as simple as smile in your profile picture, right?
Right.
And I know in some cultures, maybe you don't smile, like it's bad to smile in a profile picture. But if your profile picture, looks like that,
Right.
North America, we're not hiring that person. It's like, oh, you
Right.
look so mean and angry. You might think it's professional and that's what you do, but your clients think, I'm not hiring. I want somebody who's nice, even though you might be the nicest person ever. So
Right.
things like that, where they may not know. The people just may not know. So I would do training around the existing platforms, helping people get jobs. I know we focus on Upwork because it's just probably the biggest one. From their picture to their bio to what did they write in the cover letter to how do you show the recent projects that you've worked on and all that kind of stuff, and get really good at that.
Right.
And then expand to the other platforms, and then make your own platform to say, hey, I've helped you here. I'm going to make something better.
Right.
Join my platform. But I would start by working on just use Upwork. People are making mistakes all the time. I've hired a bunch of people on Upwork, and in the way people have their profiles and the way they respond to messages, and it's just they need training. They need your help. So that's where I would start, and then worry about get that to something that's making you money, and then work on building your own platform.
Fantastic. Thank you. This makes a lot of sense.
All right,
Thank you,
no
Evan.
problem. Good luck.
Yeah. Good night.
I love that. I guess good night, right? India, what time is it? It's got to be, what time is it in India? 9 o'clock? It's got to be late. Anyway, thank you for the love. I'm glad that helped. Okay. What else we got? Let's get something from the chat here. What should I read next? Atomic Habits or 5 a.m. Club? Depends on, it just depends. For all these books, it depends. So first off, I haven't read Atomic Habits. I'm about halfway through 5 a.m. Club. I forget what page I'm at on that one. For any of these questions, first off, it doesn't really matter what I think. You should pick up both, read the first chapter, and see. It's 11:40 in India. Wow, I was way off. 11:40, so it's plus half hour because it's 2:10 here right now. Anyway, be willing to read a chapter, and if you don't like it, move on to the next book. Like, just because you picked Atomic Habits and everybody else loved it, you might read it, feel like it sucks. And I love James, so I'm not saying that 5 a.m. That Atomic Habits sucks, but you may not like it. It doesn't serve you right now. Great, move on. So if I'm you, I read both of them. I read 8 pages from both of them, and whatever you're liking better, that's what you should read. Right? That's what you should read. Don't listen to anybody else. Sandjog 1212 says 5 a.m. Club. Don't listen to him. Read 8 pages, and if the book doesn't capture you, move on to something else. Like, be willing to let go of that book if it doesn't serve you. Right? That's the answer. Make sense? Okay, let's get something else here. Global Kid Media saying Miss World. Yeah, I was just speaking to the Miss World contestants, Miss World America contestants, helping them with their missions. I love it. Built to Serve is awesome. All right. Glad it helped you. Thank you for the love and the extra 2 hearts there. That's great. What are your thoughts on outsourcing? Any books? So outsourcing. So here's the thing with books. Okay, books will be great for concepts, for philosophy, for high level strategies and ideas. They won't be great at execution for anything that's quickly changing. So outsourcing. If you read a book, so my favorite book on outsourcing is probably The 4-Hour Workweek. That got me thinking about delegating, about outsourcing, about just the mindset around it. Not really about how to treat people or how to make people be part of your team, but just that it was possible. That's still a good book. But for the tactics, I don't think books are the way to go. Like, it just takes too long for a book to come out. So if you write a book on outsourcing with tactics, or I write a book on YouTube, that's why I didn't write a book on YouTube. I have a course on YouTube that I keep updating because the strategies update. So if you write a book on how to do outsourcing and you show Upwork, and here's how you do everything on Upwork, well, it's going to change. Upwork's going to update their platform, and then your book's going to be immediately irrelevant. So I wouldn't go to books for specifically how to use any kind of technology or platform, but for mindset, for the why behind it, for the big picture, it's fantastic. So 4-Hour Workweek is my go-to for that. But I also don't read a ton of books, so it may not be, just keep that in mind. Hugs from Brazil. All right, nice. I've never been to Brazil. So I was trying to, I had this idea. I wanted to hit. It was too ambitious. I was trying to hit Argentina, Buenos Aires, Sao Paulo, and what's the second biggest city in Brazil? Sao Paulo, Buenos Aires, Argentina, and I forget the third city. The other big city. Anyway, the cities are so far away. I was trying to hit them on like a cruise ship or some kind of path. It was so far away that we couldn't find the right path. Rio, yeah, there you go, exactly, Rio. I wanted to hit Rio, Buenos Aires, and Sao Paulo on the same trip, and I couldn't get the logistics to make it work, and so we ended up doing something else. But it's still in my head. We got to make that happen. Anyway, thank you for the love. What else? How do you stay positive in a negative and toxic environment if you can't leave? One, I would very much question the can't leave, right? Like what you say you can't do is really important. There's always a way if you really want to. It's not painful enough. You don't see the path, but it's always about being more resourceful. There's always a way if you want. Like if you're an adult, there's always a way. If you're 8 years old, maybe there's no way, right? You're still a kid, so you got to figure it out. But it doesn't look like you're 8 years old from your profile picture. So there's always a way if you want there to be a way. It's having a strong enough why to leave, and also feeling like there is a way. Finding the resourcefulness to make it happen. It may mean life changes. Maybe you have to, adjust your lifestyle and make some serious changes to what you're doing. But you could get out if you wanted to. So I would strongly challenge you can't. You haven't chosen to yet. Next, regardless if you leave or not, limiting access to negative, toxic people behavior, shutting down connections to some people. Like just because you are friends in high school doesn't mean you should still be friends right now. And then filling the void with positivity. So even if you never leave your environment, how can you inject more positivity into your environment? Who makes you feel amazing? Which Instagrammers, which YouTubers, which authors, which podcasters make you feel hope, that it's possible, that you can change, that you can get to where you are, that you are amazing? Like who makes you feel that? And then be around that more. Be around that more. I make my top 10 videos I make for me because I want to be around it more. I want to be around people who push me to want to be bigger and be better. Because I don't get that enough from the people in my family, in my life. Not that they're negative or toxic, just once you start achieving, people think, oh, look at how much you've done. You've done so much. Like, yeah, but it's nothing compared to what I could do. And I want to be around people who push me to do even more. Corrado in the house. Hey, Evan, Corrado, we want to see some more soccer videos, man. That was some epic dribbling skills. Soccer inside real estate. You should do like a dribbling tour of a house, right? And kick it over the kitchen island, catch it on the other side. That's some epic real estate videos there. So yeah, so strongly question the can't, and then get to filling that void with whatever makes you feel amazing, right? Filling with positivity, with intention into your life. Next. MM. If you were to find out you go to prison for life, would you take your own life? No. I wouldn't take my own life. There's always something I could crush it from prison. I'll find a way. Right? Like I'll make content from prison. I'll figure it out. I'll be a great, like I'll start helping the prisoners believe in themselves more. It'll be the best prison of all time. I'll start running programs to help the prisoners believe in themselves more. We'll start our prison YouTube channel. I'll be a part of it. Yeah, for sure. Like this is it, right? Like similar to the last question, okay? I like to say there's a million reasons why you're not going to win and 8 why you will. There's a million reasons why she feels stuck and can't win and can't leave and can't change her environment. A million reasons why that are all correct. And there's 8 why she can leave. There's 8 why you can win. And 8 is an abundance of reasons. You don't need 8 to work. You need 1 to work. That's it. And so where my brain just went to by default, like first take my own life, 0. There's 0 chance I'm taking my life. Like 0 chance. I'm always going to adjust. I'll crush it in prison. Yeah. But what I just said has never been done before, at least as far as I know. I don't know anybody who first off goes to prison and says, the prison is going to be better now because I'm here. Because whatever mistake I made to get into prison, or if I was falsely accused of something, whatever, that I'm now there for life, the fact that I'm there, I want it to be better. Not out of ego, out of service. And then the idea of, okay, I'm going to help my inmates believe in themselves more. I'm going to start a YouTube channel for inmates. Like that's never been done, but I'll make it happen. Maybe not right away, maybe not week 1, but I'm going to make that happen. You think the prison system is so filled up with belief that they're going to say, no, you can't do that, right? There's a million reasons why you won't win and 8 why you will. That's it. That's all I focus on. Find the 8. Papad, how do you choose an employee, good skills, and good character? Well, both. There's lots of people who could potentially work for you. It starts with you say character, I'd say values, but similar values to you. What do you value? If you really value honesty and they're dishonest, it's not going to work out. If you really value hard work and they're not hardworking, it's not going to work out. Not that like everybody values honesty and hard working to a degree, but if they don't value it anywhere close to what you value, then it's not going to work out. You haven't seen an Indian prison? It's okay, let me go. Like, bring it. I'll go to an Indian prison. We'll crush it in the Indian prison. I almost want to like go right now to an Indian prison just because. Let's go. Let's go. Like that needs to be your mindset. This is the problem, right? People are going to say, well, you haven't seen this and you haven't done that. And yeah, okay, great. Let's go. I'm ready. Right? It's going to be easy? No. It won't be easy. But what's the alternative? Take my life? No way. That is not happening. Anyway, so you start with values first, and then skill sets. But both, right? So when I hired my video editor, I didn't even know this, but she almost would believe on her arm, as a tattoo. So I want there's so many people who could do video editing. I want a video editor who believes in entrepreneurs. Like I want a video editor who loves what we're trying to do and be a part of it. Because there's so many people in the world who have the skill set that you need. So you start with the value system. And that's you. Like why I wrote Built to Serve and your one word was because people don't even know what they value the most. So how are you going to hire the right person? How are you going to marry the right person? How are you going to attract the right people when you don't even know what you stand for? This is why people are lost. Because you don't know what you stand for. So I want to help people figure that out. So you stop living somebody else's version of your life, that you know what you need to do with your life because you have a solid foundation for what you stand for. So that's step number one. And then the skill sets. You don't deserve to be in prison, believe me. But here's the thing, like, okay, yeah, sure, I haven't done anything that will put me in prison. But if I do something that puts me in prison, or if I'm falsely accused and I end up going to prison, in an Indian prison for life, okay, I'm still going to crush it. That's it. Let's go. Truly said it should be like, let's go or let's try. Yeah, that's entrepreneurship. Like, there will be days where you feel like you are in an Indian prison, right? And what do? Do you shut it down? No, you go, you build, you make it. Shawshank Redemption. Yeah, I'm also thinking I'm getting out. Like, I'm gonna win a Nobel Prize being in the Indian prison, and they're gonna have to let me out. A life sentence is never a life sentence. I'm getting out because of all the value that for good behavior, for impact on society. I'm going to be the greatest prisoner of all time, impact on society, and they're gonna let me out. It's going to happen. That's default where I think. It's not going to happen right now, but it's going to happen. That's the game plan. Sound good? You become the very best, what do you think? Prisoner of all time, serving other prisoners. Yeah, but that's, dude, most people in the world are prisoners already. You're already a prisoner. You've created your own jail cell with your limited mindset, beliefs, and reasoning. You're not doing work that you love. You're already in a prison. Now, I'm not saying that to you guys. I mean, hopefully, I think we're a little bit more, if you're following this content, you're a little bit further down the path, but you're still in a prison. I'm still in a prison of belief of what I think I can do. You're already in prison. Let's break out together. Let's go make it happen and make life better for the other prisoners and help them escape too. We're all planning our escape. Let's go. Okay. It was a good theme. More like slaves, sure. But the thing with slaves is, you have to accept the responsibility, right? So when you're a slave, you're a slave owner. And so again, if I'm a slave, then I'm not blaming the slave owner or my history or background. I'm doing it. I'm gonna get my freedom. Some slaves got their freedom. I'm getting mine. Okay, how to stop procrastinating. If you're procrastinating, there's two reasons. One, you don't want to do the thing. Two, you're afraid to do the thing. So first, you have to figure out what's the reason why you're procrastinating. You don't want to do it, or you're afraid. And be honest about it. This is why a lot of people never build a business and be successful, because they really just don't want to do the thing. So if you don't actually like that business, you did it just because you're trying to make money, then the answer is to go do something else. Like, short term, you may have to do it. You may have to finish that contract. You may have to finish that school. You may have to study for that exam. Awesome. You do it. You show yourself you do difficult things. But long term, you have to be out and do something else. Timestamp that clip. I don't even know what I said. If you're afraid, then you have to teach yourself that you're being afraid is not a good enough reason. You do scary things. So you go and do it just because you're afraid. So those are your two options. You don't want to do it, or you're afraid. Yasmin, how can I be more confident? I feel like I'll never be successful. Confidence comes from doing difficult things. Every time you go and you do something difficult, whether you win or not, you build a little bit more confidence. Every time you come up against something difficult and you don't do it, you're reinforcing the lack of confidence. So what's something difficult that's coming to mind that you could do today? And this happens all day long. You just want to have more checks in the box of I did it versus checks that I didn't do it. So think of something that you would love to do, but you're afraid to do it. Maybe it's go live on Instagram right after this. doing it, even if you suck, even if you said, I'm going live on Instagram right now because I don't know what I'm doing and I'm just afraid and I hope you guys enjoy this, and you're like terrified, and then you do it and you post, you build a little more confidence that you can do it. As opposed to, I would love to go live on Instagram, but I'm afraid, and so I'm not going to do it. You further reinforce that you're not capable of doing it. And so then guess what? You don't. Confidence comes from doing difficult things. So that's how you start. So let's get to, I know we're a little bit over, but let's get to one more. Do you meditate? What do you suggest to start doing it? I meditate. I don't know that I've seen a ton of results. I believe in the science of meditation. I haven't felt it. I meditate more for the meditation I'm doing right now, honestly, is just for healing. So it's just trying to heal my body and imagine myself healed. I struggled with this a lot at the beginning because most people meditate for mindfulness, for focus, for present. I don't need that. I don't know if it's just I'm wired that way or I just had a lot of practice, but I'm here with you guys right now. This is it. I'm meditating. I'm only talking to you. I'm only focused on this. What am I doing right after this? I have no idea. I don't live in the past and I barely live in the future. I live in the present moment, which is what a lot of people go to meditation for. And that is my default, so I don't need it. What's interesting for me is the healing. And so I don't know that I fully, when I had my concussion, it was super helpful for me. But apart from that, I don't know that it's really benefited me, but I still do it at least once a day, up to 3 times a day. Short, like max 10 minutes, not like I'm sitting there for 3 hours. So yeah, it's been my experience. But I think for most people, meditating just to have calm and just to de-stress and just to have presence and mindfulness is super important. So this has been that valuable for me. Awesome, guys. Okay, you know what? Let's do one more. I know I gotta go, but let's do one more. You guys are too good. Last one. Okay, Columbus of America. How COVID is affecting people's minds? Any thoughts? Oh, I have no idea. Okay, let's do one more. I have no idea. I'm not a scientist. I have no idea. Like the actual, like if you have COVID, does it impact your mind? I have no idea. Maybe that wasn't the question. Okay, he asked another question here. Same guy. Columbus of America. Why sometimes we need pain to get motivated? You need a strong enough why. That's what it is. You need a strong enough why. Because as soon as something gets difficult, what do? A lot of times you just quit. The why has to be strong enough. So a lot of times the why is ultimately built into pain, right? That's why in Who I How, when I built the Serve book, your purpose comes from your pain. Your why comes from your pain. Your purpose is to help other people who currently are who you used to be and what they struggled with. Whatever you struggled with, you want to make sure other people don't have to struggle as much. I do this. I help entrepreneurs because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur. I want to make it a little bit easier for other entrepreneurs. I don't want you to feel like I felt when I was 19 and struggling and just nothing was working. I felt like a piece of garbage. I want people to not feel that way. And if I can, and even answering one more question, it makes me a little bit late. Like if I can answer one more question that shifts one person a little bit forward, it makes me feel great. So ultimately, your purpose comes from your pain. You'll feel great helping other people who currently are who you used to be. And I think if you don't have a big enough pain, you don't have a big enough reason. And we've all been through some pain. You've been through something. And the fact that you got out is a miracle. Like the fact that you are where you are right now compared to what you were looking at 5 or 10 years ago, it's like, holy cow, can't believe it. You're not done growing. You still want to grow and get better and learn and improve, but you shouldn't be here compared to who you used to be. So you represent hope to all those people in a way that Evan Carmichael, that Steve Jobs, that Tony Robbins can't reach. You can reach former you in a way that former you doesn't want to listen to Evan Carmichael. Former you would listen to present you though, and figuring out how to tap into that connection to make it happen. That's the juice. Guys, I got to go. Thank you for the love. Appreciate you. I'm going to yell at Mark Jager for not showing up for a podcast. But hey, we got a chance to chat here and make this happen. So happy Friday. Take this energy. Go do something with it. I'm going to be live streaming on my YouTube gaming channel if anybody wants to come back. There's always room for questions there. More people, there's not that many people show up on that. So it's a good chance for you. 6 o'clock Eastern. So that's in 3.5 hours. Oh my God, I've got a lot of work to do. Thank you. Take this energy, pour it into something amazing. Make yourself proud today. I love you. Continue to believe. And we'll see you Monday.